and welcome again to the winners for the highlights of the 9th round of VFL football in Melbourne. Again, the weather in the last week of May continues to be superb, and the teams hoping for the pace to be taken out of the grounds by wet weather have been out of luck. Last year's grand finalists, Hawthorn and Essendon, are again clear out on top of the ladder, but only one game separates the next 6. In the program this week, Richmond against St Kilda, given added status by the Saints' 2 wins in a row, but again they have 2 players reported and their ranks could be further depleted by the tribunal. Footscray against Melbourne, and it's good to see that Footscray haven't forgotten Gary Dempsey, who hasn't played there since 1977 and retired this week after an 18-season career. And a match of the day between Essendon and Carlton, where the opposing ruckmen are brothers Simon and Justin Madden, and the two get into a skirmish which is broken up by the umpire. In interview, we speak to Richmond's Jim Jess, who is finding his best form and consistency at centre-half forward. And Melbourne's Peter Moore, who is over the disappointments of last year and is an early favourite to win his 2nd Brownlow medal. Well, the match at the MCG had taken on a top billing because of St Kilda's recent improved form. The Saints, after starting the season with 6 losses straight, had won their last 2 to move off the bottom. Well, unfortunately, they'd been weakened by injuries to the likes of Fashini, Narkle, Lockett and Terry Smith, and had been hit hard by suspensions for Muir, Cronin and Mace. Well, 2 more were to have their names taken this week. Richmond had plenty to gain. A place in the 5 was at stake, and the Tigers would have remembered that St Kilda beat them twice last year, even though they finished on the bottom. We joined the match 15 minutes into the first quarter, with the Tigers leading by 11 points. And with me, Doug Hayward and Mike Fitzpatrick.
Mike says the half forwards come in to do battle. Sharp and Roach. Roach won it. Kicked off the ground, over the head it goes. An opportunity now for Odgers. Picked up nicely by Anir, lost it. Over the line it goes out of bounds.
High tackle.
High tackle.
It was a disappointing decision to the extent that Anir seemed to duck before being tackled.
Anir's kick. Drops short of Taylor. There was an infringement to Taylor, and he'll take the free kick. Not to Taylor. It's to Lovett. And Odgers going quick about the decision. Having plenty to say to umpire Vassalou, who I think is doing his first senior game for the year, apart from the night game on Tuesday night. Wally Lovett, who crossed from Collingwood last year, kicks for goal, and Richmond's kicking has been excellent. Richmond 4 goals won after 16 and a half minutes.
17 minutes into the first term. Oh, not very well done, side bottom. Picked up nicely, driven down there by Cross. Underneath it is Cowie, 2-1 against him. Well done, Fiddler, but lost it. Out wide it goes. Chance, oh, nice play. A hand pass is intercepted there. Again, Cross. This time, Meehan shoots for goal. Won't make it. Oh, almost a free kick to Crow. Kicked it off the ground. Touch through. Max Crow claiming it desperately, but I think foot might have been over the line.
Towards the outer side, Matthew Wall. Cunningham, his opponent. Wall down the outer wing. Roach in the middle of 2 of them. Comes to the back, Richmond's way. Cross. Up towards half forward. Cunningham, mile in the clear. Crow in the goal square. Cunningham's kick. Crow comes from behind Stewart. Can't mark at the front. Meehan gets clear. Snap. He's kicked it. Good goal by Simon Meehan. And he's played extraordinarily well in the first quarter.
Lee, and side bottom, Lee wins this one. Nice play, Rioli. Look at the dazzler. Out wide it goes, picked up by Jess. It was Egan who got it across to him. Jess tries to find Taylor, as he almost always does. It really is just about predictable with Jimmy Jess. Every time he gets the ball, he drives to Taylor. That time too wide, it's out of bounds.
Roach contesting, knocks it Richmond's way. Anir's done well. Hand pass this time. And Anir follows up well. Brown Well done. Over centre wing. Fiddler with Jep. Fiddler gets away beautifully. Oh, great lead by Barker. He's a long way out. Max Crow kicked the goal from further out. I don't know about Trevor Barker's ability to kick as far. He doesn't think he can do it. Short lead by Tomei, and now it should be a certain goal. Tomei only 25 to 30 metres out.
That was very interesting because Tomei went past Jet at quite a bit, and Jet really made no attempt to pick him up, and a very easy mark.
Saints trail by 10 points at the 20-minute mark. Tomei's kick, he hooks it badly for a behind. It should have been a certainty.
They'd be doing a lot better with better finishing, Drew, wouldn't they?
Guess they've deserved a better score, haven't they, than 2-4. Strawn out wide. Nice lead given there by Peart. It was a good mark, this chap, and takes it well. Peart. With the left footers in the side. Michael Roach is in front position. Elphinstone with him. Nice play there by Landy. In front, it should have been taken that time by Lovett. Taylor to Jess. Jess will have a long one. Hooks it back, but hooks it not. Did he hook it? Just missed. I was going to say not far enough, and then it seemed to come back just a little, but it was one behind. And Richmond are 4-2, St Kilda 2-4.
Much more methodical in their approach to goal, Doug, aren't they? They really bring the ball up quickly and get a shot in very quickly.
How open the defensive line is. You can throw a blanket over 30 players just on the wide line of the square. Morwood kicks to centre wing. Burns backs into Egan. Burns keeps it forward St Kilda's way. Egan follows up. Down goes to May. Crosses kick. Odgers it was. Close to the boundary line. Out of bounds on the full. Off the Richmond man, surely. Free kick St Kilda's way to Jenkin. There's Matthew Wall. Jenkin from half-forward flank. Not a lot of depth in his kick. Bounces through the pack. Crow out to Cowie. In front, 30 metres out. Around Lee. Should be a goal. Well done.
Lee having a poor first quarter, actually. Well done, side bottom. Nice thump by Temo. Run into lots of trouble. The throw, says umpire Vassalor against Amor. And it's Rioli, I think, to take it. And he's not had a very productive first turn. This is his first kick.
We've seen quite a few errors along those lines by the St Kilda players, particularly by Amor, who's made 3 or 4 mistakes along that line, isn't it? It really does demonstrate their lack of depth. Very hard on Amor, of course.
Rioli down towards centre half forward. Morwood's the leaper. Morwood's the man who takes it beautifully too. Morwood out wide, looks for Meehan, who's been an excellent player. Burns gives the lead to Meehan, pursued by Rioli. This will be good, but he's too wide.
Four points the difference. Tigers in front at the 23-minute mark in the first quarter. Lee and Cowie. Cowie, good jump. Rioli, who hasn't been starting the centre bounces in the centre square. From half-back flank up to the wing, too long for Rawlings. Francis, caught by Tomei, inboard. Rawlings again. Oh, beautiful paddle by Cross to Tomei. On he goes to Cunningham, dashing past. Great pass. Burns, within scoring distance, 35 metres. And a straight kick by Greg Burns will put the Saints in front. A lot of people thought that St Kilda, after 2 successive wins, could really push Richmond today, but not so many thought so after the team was selected, with 4 injuries and 2 suspensions. But they're taking it right up to the Tigers in the first quarter. Greg Burns kicks for goal, and the Saints now lead a minute short of time on.
Lee got this one down. Rawlings can't take it. Rioli comes in, but before that, down there going too. This will be unfriendly. Jeff Cunningham, who's a magnificent player and a tremendous contester, causes lots of mischief. The free kick will go Richmond's way, of course. And I think it's the skipper. Harry Rawlings, and there's only Taylor who's a punter in that goal line there, and Rawlings will be advised to kick it quickly and give him a good chance. A lovely kick by Rawlings up. Taylor ran into the back. He took it. Oh, wasn't a very good effort from St Kilda's Frawley.
That would appear to be at odds with the other kick he gave to Richmond about 10 minutes before interference behind.
Taylor runs right round, hooks it back and does it well. Excellent goal. It's still, at this stage, bottled up on St Kilda's outer half-forward flank as they kick towards the main scoreboard. Lee nicely in front. Jenkins fighting for it. Brilliant play by Egan. Egan's a lovely kick, and that's a good left footer. Over the back it goes. Here's a chance for Jimmy Jess, the big long kick. He tries a short one. He always looks for Taylor, but he did it so well. He did it so well with the man who can kick such tremendous distances. And yet Jess also is a very good pass. And that was perfect football. I think he might have been wise to have a long go that time, but he did it so, he executed it so beautifully. And now Taylor is in a better position. He's about 40 to 45 metres out. He drives at goal and does it well. Ugly looking kick with his own third. And Richmond just sneaking away a little at this stage.
15-point lead now to Richmond. Crowe beats Lee, backhanded to Burns, out of the centre, chased by Lane with Landy. Jenkin there as well. Lane, number 15. Ball out of play. Well, St Kilda really in the middle stages now of the second quarter have to fight back. Whereas Richmond with a 15-point lead, another couple of goals could sink the Saints. Fiddler to cross, drives it long, 20 metres short of the goal square. Big leap by Landy at the back. Inboard from Fiddler again. Favier, down he goes under the weight of numbers. Whistle's gone, it'll be a ball up.
It was weight of numbers. He was just swamped by opponents that time, was Favier. Down in front, this is dangerous, and Peart says yes, it is dangerous. He thumps it through with his left hand and is willing to forfeit 1 point, and that makes 14 points the difference.
Strawn's kick in for Walsh. Good mark. Plenty of pressure from Amor. Amor has played only one game. He's got a big assignment on last year's best recruit, Philip Walsh. Off the hands it goes. Well taken by Landy. Good kick. Roach leads. Should mark. It was always his. Well, Roach, who was one of the three-pronged attack down last week. Jess and Taylor played well, but Roach couldn't get into the game. Michael Roach doing far better today. He's already kicked a mighty long goal in the first quarter and now lining up for his second. Distance 45. Beautiful kick. No trouble about that. And quite a break now to the Tigers, who lead 50 to 30. Well, St Kilda stayed with them in the first quarter, but after that the Tigers got right on top and won it by 64 points, their fourth win in a row. Brian Taylor, who last week kicked 3-7, this week kicked 7-3, a far better display. Lovett 3 and Jess 3 goals, and for St Kilda, 3 to Barker and 2 each to Burns and Brown. 2 reports from the game. Jeff Cunningham and Middlemiss, both St Kilda players, reported. Richmond's unbeaten form in the last month has been in no small part due to Jim Jess, who has been burning at centre-half forward. Mostly a centre-half back in the past, he's giving the Tigers plenty in attack. Against St Kilda, he had 9 marks, 17 kicks and 4 hand passes. He kicked 3 goals and gave some away. I caught up with him in the rooms. Well, Jim, you really struck top form. It looks to me as though you love the centre-half forward post.
Yeah, it's okay if you're getting a kick, you know, just gives you a bit of freedom there. It's a bit different to the back line, chasing blokes around all day, so it's been good.
I think it was, you've got a few fans here. I think it was typical of your play today, when you had a chance to kick one only about 40 metres, but you popped in the little short one to Brian Taylor, who led out.
Yeah, well, he doesn't miss many, so I thought rather than take the chance myself, I'd just give it straight to him.
But there was another one when I reckon you went pretty long, about 60, straight over the head.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're really enjoying some of your best form, consistent form.
Yeah, well, in the forward line, I've found it hard to play consistently well, and the last few weeks have been good.
How can you explain the turnaround? I mean, sure, you're only just into the 5 and you're on a roll, four in a row, but coming off last year, which was so disappointing.
Yeah, it was disappointing last year, and I think after a disappointing year, you sort of got to look at yourself. We all have to have a look at ourselves, and the club recruited well, and I think all the combined things, we're starting to put it together.
Well, the feeling must be good now, knocking Carlton out of the 5. Is it particularly in your mind that you really want to win it this year because it's a centenary year?
Oh, well, you want to win it every year, but, the club's put a lot of work in this year, and it's a big year for the club, and we're having a red-hot go to win one, yeah.
Richmond centre-half forward Jim Jess. The match at VFL Park promised a good contest between Melbourne and Footscray. Melbourne were in the bottom bracket, but had shown enough in last week's win over Fitzroy, and with some brilliant football the previous week against Carlton, that Ron Barassi's 5-year plan might be starting to produce in year 4. Well, Footscray, on the other hand, had won 2 more games, but their form was hard to follow. In the last 2 weeks, they'd beaten the leaders and then lost to the bottom team. We joined 23 minutes into the second quarter, with Footscray coming back after a slow start. Commentators Tim Lane and Don Hyde.
Alan Jarrett getting plenty of work on the full-back line, putting it back into play, kicks it straight down the ground, looking for Alan Johnson. Easily mark taken by Doug Hawkins, who plays on quickly, and not a good kick, and badly delivered to his forwards at an easy mark to Gerard Healy, who's getting plenty of kicks, creating the loose man frequently, and delivers it well to Flower. And Flower left foots it down to the centre wing. McLean drops it, taken by Kellett, a hurried kick. Back to Rickman. Rickman on the Footscray half-forward line, looks dangerous. A long kick over the head of Beasley. That's great play by Rickman, and a tremendous goal for the Bulldogs.
So at the 24-minute mark, the margin back to 16 points. Moore wins, but Wallace roves it. Purser. Scrambled kick. Ick, well pressured. And the Scraggers are starting to scrag a bit. Jarrett. Johnson. Thorne on his natural kicking boot. Lovely pass. Fidge. Templeton trying to break away. Dunn stuck to him very closely. Smith keeps it in. Thorne has it, goes down, and finally the ball crosses the line for a throw-in in Melbourne's forward pocket.
Opportunity here for the Demons. One straight kick from goal. Emmett Dunn fisted away and tried to get it up towards Burton running by, but not able to keep the ball in play. Burton 40 metres out from the Demons' goal. Emmett Dunn versus Smith. Smith wins it. Footscray under pressure again. Williams, Connolly, Emmett Dunn, hurried left footer along the boundary line. Mark taken here by Flower, and he kicks it back in again. Not a bad attempt, but cross goal and a point to the Demons. Time on being played in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs playing better, but Melbourne still leading 54-37.
Egan gets a call from Burton, who gave himself about 15 metres there and breaks away well. Gives Sewell the chance. And Rickman, who kicked the last goal. McLean supports him. They're in a pocket. And Rickman ran to all the wrong places for the hand pass. But fortunately for Footscray, the handball went over the line. And the throw-in will occur between wing and their half-forward flank. Purser and Moore again. Purser almost kicking the ball at the throw-in. Royal, Williams, Sewell breaks the Ick tackle. Couldn't break the Bailey one, but gives Kennedy the chance for his third. He's offline. could have done with that close to half-time. The margin is 16 points.
And Rick Kennedy has given the Footscray forward line, particularly the half-forward line, plenty of zip, and he's playing with a lot of dash and a lot of fire. And now here's Thorne, who's figured perhaps equally as well on Melbourne's forward line, kicking it downfield, looking for Flower. Hawkins. Flower tackles him when Hawkins didn't have the ball. And a free kick against the Demon. And Doug Hawkins moves it quickly across to Steve Wallace. Wallace gets it down to Kellett. Kellett's a renowned long kick to Beasley. Almost a great mark. Sewell. And a great goal to the Bulldogs. Kicked by Jim Sewell.
So again, the Demons have set up victory only to see it go sliding away, and this time it's not even half-time. There's a long way to go in the match, obviously. Wallace. Ick. Five marks to Stephen Ick. Goes out wide, giving Thorne a bit of space. Runs onto the right boot. Well played, Satsaris. Throw in on Melbourne's half-forward flank, but the Demons now starting to make fairly heavy weather of it, not working the ball forward as directly as they were earlier. Purser beats Steve Smith, but they'll be contesting again, I'd imagine, in a few seconds' time.
.28 minutes gone, second quarter, and the margin 10 points now after a good Footscray revival in the second term. 1-1. Smith and Purser. Purser winning. Healy keeps it in play well and gets it across to his teammate David Williams down to the Melbourne half-forward line, but Brian Cordy is there, kicks it back. Wallace is there, takes the loose ball across to Kellett. Kellett brought to the ground, loses possession. Satsaris onto the Footscray half-forward line with that kick, but the ball is coming back, and it's a penalty kick to go to the Demons. Gerard Healy winning yet another possession. Down to the full forward zone, and Emmett Dunn appeared to be pushed out. The mark has been taken by Kelvin Templeton. Took it rather easily. His fifth mark. And Dunn certainly appeared to be pushed out. But Kelvin has it. Kicking for goal number 4. Yes, 4 goals to Templeton.
Beyond the 30-minute mark of the second term, and a very timely goal for Templeton has put Melbourne 16 points in front. Gerard Healy's knock-on was misdirected straight to Brian Cordy, but Greg Healy scouts it. Plenty of dash here. Smith dropping back. Thorne chipping in. Well played, Greg Healy. Oh, Thorne was thinking of passing, but he must have a shot. 35 metres out, and it's almost half-time. 31 minutes have gone. His 11th kick, he's kicked 2 goals. And that caps off a great half for Peter Thorne. 2 goals late in the second term put Melbourne in front by 22 points.
12 kicks to Peter Thorne and 5 marks, and as Tim said, he's been a key player in the Melbourne lineup. Ball back in play again, out towards the flank, knocked away by Peter Giles. Chance there for McKenna. Ball out of the pack and taken here by Greg Healy. Greg Healy, a long spearing hand pass to brother Gerard Healy. Offline. The Healy brothers combining like the Crackers, Tim.
Both been excellent players today. Egan kicks in. Plenty of length, but 2 against 1 in Melbourne's favour. Giles is at centre half forward now for Melbourne, with Smith back in defence. Kellett is met by Giles, and we'll see a throw in Melbourne's half forward flank. Minute and a half down in the third term. Purser versus Moore. Big chance, Greg Healy. He's kicked 1, and another Healy miss. 3 chances to kick a goal at the start of the second half. So often when this happens, the ball rebounds and the other team makes short work of kicking a goal. Let's see if the Dogs can do it. Egan trying to move it quickly, but he kicks badly, and Jared Healy's got it. A couple of leads, Thorne and Fidge. Templeton calling for it back in the square. Healy's a long way out, but he goes for goal with a massive torpedo punt. What a kick, just offline. Melbourne's 4th behind in 2.5 minutes. To 26 points to the good. Crucial phase of play, this. Egan working overtime. Delivers well to Neil Cordy out at half-back.
Neil Cordy, a chance to take the ball out of defence and around the centre wing. A bad kick by Neil Cordy. And his teammate downfield, Michael McKenna, not very pleased about that, because he was making position down near the centre wing. And now the free kick to Peter Moore, who kicks it back towards that half-forward line. Giles is there, kicked forward by Alan Johnson, and the ball running in towards the Melbourne goal. Doesn't bounce right for Purser. Taken here by Thorne. He's been a great player. Here's a goal coming up. 4 goals to Peter Thorne.
So the Demons, after kicking 4 straight behinds, finally kick a goal, and they've taken a strong grip at the start of the second half on this match. Satsaris for Footscray. Good tackle, Greg Healy. Gerard goes in to support him and gets pushed in the back to take a free kick backward of the centre. And the Healys have been among Melbourne's best half-dozen players. Kicks towards Williams, who marks. Inside to Moore, on to Finch, call from Templeton, but he goes towards goal. Where will it bounce? Oh, it came backwards. Clever play, Thorne. That's his 5th. Tremendous effort. And the Demons breaking away to what looks to be a match-winning lead of 38 points.
Third quarter, 5 minutes gone. Melbourne 82, Footscray 44. Demons coming into attack again, taken here by Ellingworth. Ellingworth a hand pass across to Zantuck. Zantuck down towards the half-forward line in the direction of David Williams. The mark taken from Footscray by Satsaris. He gets it back towards the centre, taken by Greg Healy again. Healy, a long kick in towards Thorne. The player chipping in is Templeton. And the Footscray defence in ribbons on that occasion.
And they've kicked 8 goals between them, Thorne and Templeton, and they had a share in the 9th. They could have just about raffled it, Don.
Certainly could, Tim, and great cooperation and a perfect understanding between the two, as we saw on that occasion. Templeton within range of goal, guides it in, and a great goal to Templeton, and the Demons go further ahead.
Almost at the 7-minute mark now, and the Demons having a stranglehold on it. Bounce into attack again. Giles, after Yates thumped it to half forward. Out comes Egan and overruns it. Thorne the tackler, and he's not just a good goal sneak, he's a good tackler, although that one was ruled high. I'm not quite on umpire Morrow's side there. It looked like a good tackle to me.
I agree with you, Tim. I think it was a fair tackle.
Egan off the hook. Finds Richmond. That not very effective play. The short pass across ground and out even wider. Kicks towards Purcett as Rickman finds the big fellow backward of the centre. Oh, he gets it back rather luckily. Good tackle, Williams. Johnson the chance. Drives Melbourne forward. Templeton at the back. In front, done. Good mark. Under a lot of pressure.
Emmett Dunn, right on the last line of defence, plays it out wide to that half-back line, and over here it's Kellett. Kellett, normally a good kick, but Kellett giving a bit of a crack to the Melbourne player, Alan Johnson, who is back on his feet now. I don't know that there was too much malice in that.
I think he just went to fend him off, but of course you can't fend players off around the face.
Ask Alan Johnson.
And 15 metres against Kellett, who played on despite the whistle and kicked the ball up ground, brings Johnson just about to within scoring range.
Alan Johnson lines them up. He's made the distance. And he's got the accuracy and another Demon goal.
Melbourne kicked 8 goals to 4 in that third quarter to stretch a 22-point lead to a 52-point lead at three-quarter time, and they went right on with it to win it by 78 points. Templeton right back in form with 8 goals. Thorne, brilliant, 7 goals. And for Footscray, Ricky Kennedy kicked 5 goals, most he's ever kicked in his VFL career. And so now Melbourne have strung together 2 wins in a row for the first time since July last year. The Demons took on 2 Brownlow medalists, Peter Moore and Kelvin Templeton, last year in a blaze of publicity and spending for very little return. Well, now Moore has come good and is playing his best football since winning the medal in 1979, and Templeton, back this week after injury, kicked 8 goals. Here's Peter Moore with Tim Lane.
Well, if you've had a bit of success early, people love to kick you when you're down, and I got kicked to death last year, and that made me just more determined. I never lost faith in my ability. I knew I could play, and it was just a matter of getting fit enough to play and getting the opportunity to play in the ruck and play my own game, and that's happened this year, and I'm just maintaining the fitness and haven't had any injuries, so you know, I knew that would happen if I got everything going for me. A little luck.
And I'd imagine you would have enjoyed seeing Kelvin come good today against his old club.
Oh, he's a devastating player when he plays like that. I think he kicked 8 or 9 goals today, and had him, you know, if he gets another 10 metres on his kicking, he could have kicked, you know, 12 or 13 today. So, you know, it's fantastic to see him come good, because he's very, you know, as you can see the way he plays, he struggles a bit with injuries, and for a player to carry a lot of injuries and kick 9 goals is a fantastic effort. It's a real tribute to his ability as a footballer.
Well, just getting back to your own situation, in conclusion, you have no regrets about where your football career stands in mid-1984?
I'm very, very happy at Melbourne. I'd like us to be more successful. I want us to get up towards the finals and be a real competitive side that can really be a threat to some of the top sides, and I'm happy to be part of that rebuilding. I mean, we can get to the finals. I haven't lost faith in our ability to do that either this year or, you know, next year, because I think we're well on the way now.
Brownlow medalist Peter Moore. Well, the clear-cut best match of the round was between second and third placed Essendon and Carlton at Windy Hill. In recent years, Essendon's height has worried the Blues' running game, and they've won 7 premiership games straight, plus a night final, and all that in the last 3 seasons, when Carlton have won 2 premierships and finished 5th last year. And we're coming off a thrashing by Hawthorn last week and a lucky last-gasp win over Melbourne the week before. A loss could see the Blues tumble out of the 5 and maybe herald the end of an era. They haven't missed the finals since 1977. We join commentators Graham Dawson and Jeff Leake 23 minutes into the first quarter, with Carlton leading by a goal.
All up in this first term. It's in the left forward pocket for the Bombers, who are down by 6 points.
24 minutes into this first term, and Essendon need to really rally at this stage, because they don't want the Blues to get on top and get confidence. It's Salmon taking the free for on the shoulder. He's been getting plenty of attention, and he has been over the last 3-4 weeks after he started the season so well with his bag of goals. He was unbeatable, but now other teams are obviously aware of him, and they're setting out to find ways of stopping him. It's his 3rd possession, and that's his 2nd goal. And if that's not value, I just have not seen it. Well, that's a respectable situation. Once more, the scores are level, 17 points.
24 minutes into the first term, and Salmon now has 45 goals for the season. Madden brothers contesting. Justin wins it, but only gets it to opposition player Bahaji. Look at this, Van der Haar. Getting away from Perovic. Van is just about within scoring distance. He could kick this. This is his 4th kick. He had 3 at centre-half back. It's a ball burster by Van der Haar, but it's offline. Behind, and the Bombers are back in front. Entering time on in this first term, they lead by 1 point.
Van der Haar on the half-forward line as well as Southby directs that kick straight to Dool. Oh, I found him magnificently. That was beautiful play. Terry Danaher not getting Dool anything, and Dool not very happy either. Good on you, Bruce. Search your authority. Kicks the ball in at Johnson. Punched away by Foles. No, it didn't get to him. Ross was there for Essendon as well. It's chipped out. Foles a good ball handler. So too was Honeybun. Flicked on. McClure waits for it to come quickly in from Johnson. kicks. Brilliant. The captain's goal, that one.
Honeybun back on the ball against Simon Madden. The Blues leading by 6 points in time on in this first term. The Blues doing well there. Down to Meldrum, straight down the ground. Ralph and Justin Madden, Duckworth in front. Blackwell, second goal in the time on period for the Blues, and they lead by 12 points. Well, Blackwell read it beautifully off the pack. 4 up, and he was the one who stayed down.
Blues with the upper hand at Windy Hill against their arch rival, and having had difficulty, they've lost the last 9 encounters. Good knock by Simon Madden. We need a bit more from him now. He's got the judgment right. Montgomery's chipped on and pushed Bahaja into his back. The Budgie gets it away, but Montgomery takes a kick at 10.5 back. Kicks it towards McClure, who's led. Walsh is not a good player for Essendon, but Walsh knocked it down. A good buffing there from Ashman into the hands of Carey. Baker takes it. Free kick against Essendon, going to Buckley. Wants the ball quickly. Hunter's on the forward line now, running into the forward pocket. Buckley gives it a good nudge. Should be Essendon who can knock the ball to the ground. It gets through the maze of arms and legs. Meldrum charges after it. Ralph misread it. Oh, grabbed by Meldrum. A great one. That was a really good goal. So that's 3 in the extra time period, which would be 3 in about 1 minute. Start of the second quarter, and the Blues lead by 17 points. It's 35-18, and Simon Madden's made his mind up. He's going to win that centre bounce. He did. Timmy Watson's had 1 kick. Hunter playing on the wing, kicks the Blues forward. It's Carey trying to get through. Bahaja again, who's kicked 3 behinds in that first term. Important misses. Elshaw. Johnson with a lot of guts, taken by Simon Madden. Obviously Sheedy's fired him up. He's told him the responsibility rests on his shoulder. Kick will have to come back. 15-metre penalty going Simon Madden's way, and it's an enormous one, Sparky. It puts him on the forward line. That's about 45 metres. Shoots the handball to Elshaw. Not a good kick towards the forward line. Honeybun. Oh, a grab there by Hunter. What a beauty.
Sticky fingers out to Southby. Chance for Meldrum. Austin shepherds superbly. In comes Madden. He's lifted his game. Watson would need to lift his. Good kick to Van der Haar. Pushed over. That's 15 metres. And that's silly play by Marlon, because it brings Van der Haar well within kicking distance. A bad mistake by Phil Marlon.
I think they better send a carrier out into the street, because Van der Haar will go straight through them.
Kick this almost into the school. You've got to have the accuracy. He has. And the Bombers draw first blood in the second term.
Well, the move for the Bombers has paid off, with Van der Haar kicking an enormous goal to put them 24-35. They're still behind. Danaher on the forward line now. Loops one across to Bahaja, who hasn't got his kicking boot today. Ducked his head into Montgomery, gets the handball out and gives away the obvious free kick.
Good decision. Well called, Jeffrey. Montgomery to Ashman is good play. Ashman has been prominent. Baker faking. Should join equity after that display. Austin has the better of Watson so far, in towards half forward. Foles and Johnson. Malin could make amends. Ralph in the pocket. He's too quick for Duckworth. Does it with ridiculous ease. And kicks it behind. Got away from him too easily, though. Warren Ralph. Far too quick for Bill Duckworth, the Essendon fullback.
Well, with Ralph, Justin Madden and Honeybun in that forward line, Carlton got an edge over the Bombers. Oh, gee whiz, that was McClure up high. Was it Honeybun? Honeybun, a couple of blonde-headed fellows. Honeybun's confidence was running high in that first term. Kicked 1 goal, kicked 2 behind rather, hit the post with 1, was close. Watch his ruck work. He's number 3. Madden, beautiful timing. Out to Foles, and Foles looking left and right. Good shepherding from Baker on duel. The kick to Bahaja. He's a bit short, but he went for the mark. Hawker's desperately in need of a good go. What a beautiful pass. And can't that long streak of misery, young Salmon, lead to the ball well?
Gee, a bit tough on him, Jeff. I think he's nicely put together for such a tall young man.
Oh, what's an affectionate phrase? Affectionate phrase. He's the only leading light on the forward line for the Dons. He kicked there only 2 goals in the first quarter. 2 straight shots. Buttering up for his 3rd, and he's made it. And the Bombers all of a sudden from 3 goals down and now 1 goal behind.
Blues leading by just 6 points. Simon Madden certainly doing better in the ruck in this second term. Does it again. Dool, the interceptor, loses his headband. Beautiful smother by Baker. Glasgow for Carlton. Welsh is in front and gets the free kick. It's the place to be. That's his first kick. He had a very poor first term. Good lead by Danaher. Donnell in support. Oh, superbly tackled by Dool. Ashman gets it on for Hunter, and that's penalising the side. No, the free kick, yes, it's going back. Ashman in a lot of trouble. Oh, yes, he was walked all over. No, it's relayed free kick Hunter, and down goes Austin. Very, very bad effort by Watson there. And Austin, who's giving him a bath so far, takes the free kick at left half forward. 5 kicks for Austin, only a couple so far for Watson. Big Justin Madden the target. Free kick against the Blues skipper Wayne Johnston for a push in the back, and he wants to go on with merit. I wonder why he'd want to do a thing like that.
Yeah. A couple of
Gentle fellas, yes.
Yes.
Foles. Back in towards the centre. Dool in front.
Oh.
Does it with ridiculous ease, as you'd expect a player of his class.
He's taking a lot more marks over his head this season. Justin Madden picked up by Buckley, sized that through the pack. Just missed the behind post. It's out of play. It'll be thrown in for Buckley's 8th kick. He had a good first term against Essendon's Baker, who had, I think it was 6 or 7 Ashman in bother, Smokey.
Yes, he's coming off the ground, and Robertson is going to come on. Let's go back to where the ball is. Foles knocks it away. Overrun by Bradbury, who shepherds well for Bahaja. Bradbury gets a cuff for his trouble. Malin. Austin in support. Throw, says the umpire. Free kick to Essendon. Ashman to the interchange bench there. As Jeff said, in fact, he's going into the dressing room with the club doctor, John Fraser. Another 15-metre penalty, perhaps 30 that time. Watson takes it, so Carlton playing Essendon a bare game. Not a good kick by Watson. Banfield does it well. He want to go with his left hand or his left foot. He gets a free kick. Robertson just on, giving that ball away to young Banfield. To Carey. Carey straight down the ground. Danaher the target. Got it. Tremendous skills being shown by these players. Terry Danaher, the Essendon skipper, in his 150th game, and his opponent today, Bruce Dool. Danaher's taken 3 marks, and Dool has taken 2. Danaher, 50 metres out, 45-degree angle, going to the school goal. Just misses, and the Blues lead now by 5 points.
Incredible. In the last 2 seasons, Essendon have worried Carlton by their height, but it's not so today so much because of Justin Madden and newcomer Honeyman. Van der Haar does a good bit of shepherding there to allow Carey to get his kick. It's not a good one. Elshaw bounced away from him. He can't time the bounce on the second attempt. Chips it back to Salmon. The umpires, whistle gone, but Salmon using body language there. Outmanoeuvred the very experienced Jeff Southby. But the boundary umpire coming around. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's the field umpire, Kevin Smith. I thought for a moment someone was going to say the ball was out before it came in. Salmon running in now for his 4th goal from 4 kicks.
Well, it was going to be a relayed free kick, Jeff, had Salmon not taken the mark, because Elshaw was very badly put down by Montgomery after he disposed of the ball. And he's put it through for his 4th, and the Bombers back in front at the 9-minute mark of the second term. Salmon now 47 goals for the season, putting the Bombers in front. Simon Madden really lifting his game in the second term. Dool knocks it away. Put forward by Donnell. Van der Haar the chance. Beautifully ran.
He slipped before he went for it and had to recover too, which made that mark even greater.
And he is giving Perovic an absolute hiding. Started well at centre half back. The poor form of Walsh caused Essendon to move Merritt into defence and Van der Haar to centre half forward, and he's giving them something to fire at there. That's his second goal for the term. Salmon has 4, and the Bombers now lead by 7 points, and they trail by 17 at quarter time.
Folds. It's Duckworth rather kick out towards Danaher. Oh, strong grab there from Wood. Wood can mean a lot to this Essendon side. He hasn't had much football, mainly through injury, but his experience is great. Watson. No, it's Thompson rather. They do. They look alike when they go for that ball front on. One's a left footer, which is Thompson. Out to Salmon. Knocked away by Southby's good play. Simon Madden and also Glascott, and he's like a fairy as he dances and slipped away from him. Found English Carlton's best defender, one of their best players. Montgomery takes it. He met Carey this time. He had a good tussle there with Terry Danaher before. He's a game player, is Montgomery. Elshaw takes it away. Good second turn from him. On the Bahaja, the long kick. Now it's Southby and Salmon and Southby. Oh, superb. Dool breaks away. Handball to him. Wood again. The 15-metre penalty against McClure. Well, maybe it should be. Flattened him seconds after he'd taken that mark. Wood hurt, winded, kicks it to Folds. Gripping in there's Buckley, who's pulled a hamstring or something. Buckley's effort there has put him out of business. He's given the free kick away. Folds will kick it from here. The scores are level on 56.
Buckley's in a lot of trouble. He's gone, as the Carlton runner suggests. And Folds, who's played a tremendous game for Essendon, tagging the Carlton skipper Wayne Johnston, has the kick as Buckley's going to be assisted off the ground by two trainers. And Folds kicks his first goal, and the Bombers lead by 6 points, giving the Carlton trainers plenty of problems. Jimmy Buckley, tremendous tussle in the centre with Leon Baker. Back to the ball. This play's restarted. Honeybun trying to break away, and there'll be another bounce. And Justin Madden will go back onto the ground for the Blues. And Buckley will go straight to the rooms to be inspected by club doctor John Fraser. Knocked forward by Watson for Essendon. Bahaja runs at it strongly. Still running at it strongly. Does well to get it to Hawker. Hawker finessing to Simon Madden. His kick clears the pack and bounces just offline. Great kick by Simon Madden. So the Bombers lead by 7 points, 63 to 56. 10 minutes gone in the third term.
Southby quick to get that ball out towards McConnell, who led quickly to that forward pocket. Then the long kick down to the centre wing. Oh, a lovely catch. Hasn't done too much. He's fumbled his overhead marking to date and has been unsure of his general play. Into the centre half forward position for the Bombers. Flicks out the back. McConnell will charge in for this one. Southby to help him. McConnell has to beat three of them. Flicks the ball out. Not a clean one. Salmon and Dool fight it out. Dool threw it out all right. The man running through, but it's Kevin Smith who'll ball it up.
Bahaja limping off for Essendon. And Banfield will come back on. So Bahaja limping off. Banfield back on for the Bombers, as it's knocked forward. And again English, another possession. He's been a star across to Glascott. He's legged, and that's why he'll get the free kick. Brought down round the ankles by Banfield. Glascott at half-back on the stand side. Robertson the target. Donnell over the top. Foles, fine player for Essendon. Real hospital kick though. Off the pack by Hawker. Ball held to him? No. Free kick against him. Made no effort to get rid of it. And the Carlton skipper Johnston takes the free kick.
Hasn't had too many. That was an easy way of picking up. It's his fifth kick. Not a very good kick to Malin either. Made an easy one for Bradbury to punch it away. Van der Haar flicked it back to Elshaw. That's good play. Van der starring on the forward. And Salmon this time. Yes, too big, too good. Now, I must tell you something about Salmon at the moment. In general play, he's had 6 kicks. One was on the back line when he had a run on the ruck, but from kicking in front of goal, he's had 5 kicks and scored 5 goals. So, fantastic ability from this youngster. So he's buttering up now for his 6th goal from his 6th shot. And the Bombers will need it. Only in front by 7 points. And Bahaja off the